queso, Big Dipper.
I am back. What it do, baby?
That left Drake so vulnerable for future battles like the hip hop Civil War, and also Drake, you can't block this one. So without any further ado, hit that thumbs up button. Let's let real hip hop ring. Let it ring in.
Easy money.
God. Gonna lie, cause I tried to defend this. I said, cuz they said, well, the whole point of the movie was that how racist casting is, but I'm like, yo, optically, just on some battle shit, this is the most insane picture in the history of rap. It's probably the R. Kelly tape and then this. I'm being real.
About to be a surgical summer.
Oh, snip, snip.
Chop the tops off the coupes.
And a lot of niggas ain't even remember that was a bar too, because that nigga Drake definitely popped out around Views for the Six with six pack. God, Hollywood niggas are weird. Weird.
The 488. The spider joint. And you know we gotta cut the heads off these snakes, right? Watch the body drop.
What is the sample saying? I never noticed they saying my skin is black.
Drug dealing aside, goose right in the side. Let's have a heart-to-heart about your pride.
God, I ain't gonna lie. I remember this, and I just got the same exact. If y'all can see, in case I don't cap on camera, I just got the same exact goosebumps I got listening to this originally. That line to me is so potent because in reality, niggas can try to be, and it's what Kendrick did so masterfully. Niggas can try to play it how you want, like call somebody a loser, call somebody who talk too much, nigga say a nigga breath stank. But there is nothing more to me, like as a final blow, I cannot respect you than a man with no morals. And don't get into it, so we all make mistakes. We all do fucked up shit. I'm not saying you can't make mistakes. But it did start to like you just looking at this, and it's like, the whole baby, we gonna get to it. Oh shit.
Right in the side. Drug dealing aside, goose right in the side. Let's have a heart-to-heart about your pride. Even though you're multi, I see that your soul don't look alive. The M's count different when baby divides the pie. Wait.
Oh my Lord. And as illustrious of a career that Birdman has, and for making stars, creating hit records, it's debatable that he's actually has more of an illustrious career as an armed robber, just straight up robbing these artists for their publishing and not paying anybody. It's funny enough because Birdman not paying Pharrell is what starts all of this.
Let's examine why your music for the past few years been angry and full of lies. I started at the home front, I'm on one. Dennis Graham, stay off the gram, bitch, I'm on one.
He plays on him on one. He tells that nigga daddy to stay out the gram, and I will say, Drake made the same mistake. And I will give Drake this bail. I don't believe Kendrick when he says, I was only gonna do this because Drake mentioned my family, right? I think Kendrick was ready to end him because I believe in that line when he says that he didn't point down last time enough when they told him to take him out. And so he realized in order to get rid of what was Drake as Drake in the way we know it, nigga, this has to be a surgical blow. Pusha, I don't believe so. I think Drake, I'm gonna make it ring on you like Virginia Williams, making that stupid ass, wasn't even a good bar about Pusha T's wife. That's what spawns this. And then it makes it almost impossible for me to go, man, we talking about some shit I don't give a fuck about in hip hop. Why we talking about niggas' families and shit like that? Nah, you did this. And in reality, I'm gonna be a nigga because like, well, I'm not a YN, but I'm definitely. I'm a young bull who still be outside, and in reality, I know how that shit be, and I know that men sleep with less than favorable women, and vice versa. So with that angle, I tried not to judge, but then I'm like, nah, this nigga Pusha got a point.
You mentioned wedding ring like it's a bad thing. Your father walked away at 5, hell of a dad thing. Marriage is something that Sandy never had, Drake. How you a winner, but she keep coming in last place. Monkey suit Dennis, you parade him. A Steve Harvey suit nigga made him.
He got that Steve Harvey suit and the Steve Harvey mustache. I ain't gonna lie, Pusha can't stand that nigga Drake Daddy. But it is real. I do think it's like, as topsy-turvy and different as the world goes, and it's like, you know, having children out of wedlock and shit like that, and I'm saying, it's like, I'm not married, nigga, and I have sex, so let me not be one of these, like, Duke Dennis hypocrites. It could happen to me. But I will say there is an importance to at least attempting to having a family, and these are what these values are for. I know America tries to convince you that having morals and values is a bad thing, and anything that feels good is a good thing. But in reality, that's not how the world is. And not everything that feels good, not everything that glitters is gold. So things like discipline, things like really just to stay on discipline right there. That's hard, but it's worth it. Building the family you want, or building the lifestyle you want, because shit happens, right? It is to be spoken to, because it's not on top of that. It's on top of, it's not just that, it's on top of, then you listen to Drake's music and it's about strippers and the strip clubs. And it's like, cuz, did you not learn your lesson? Like, you really turn one of them OF joints into your BM, bro? God forbid. God forbid, but shit happens. But you didn't learn. How many times did a nigga put his hand on the stove before you just end up with lit, you know what I'm saying? And that nigga, I'm telling you too, that nigga Adonis had a little more nigga in him, and you wouldn't have been so offbeat. I'm just be real.
Confused, always felt you weren't black enough. Afraid to grow it cause your fro wouldn't nap enough. Since you name dropped my fiance, let them know who you chose as your Beyonce.
And I feel for mixed race people. You know what I mean? I wish, you know, I'm Nigerian, I'm 100% black, right? I wish everybody knew that being black isn't what people tell you it is. It is just a truth, right? So if you talk in a certain manner, let's say, right? Or if you talk in a different manner, you are no more or less black. If you dress in a certain manner or you dress in a different manner, you are no more or less black. And I know even us as black people, sometimes we do that. And we do, man, he talk like a white boy. Oh, he be with that. And I do think that that's a very parasitic, like, especially like me, nigga, I'm a nigga who grew up in the Midwest. So there's certain words I say like a white person. That's what people have told me. And I mean, it's just how I talk. I can't control it. But nigga, I'm Nigerian. You can't really play with my blackness. But I wish every mixed nigga knew it's just like, bro, you black. You don't have to do, there's nothing you have to prove on top of it. You can't prove it. You just are. And I do understand, because you hear like lines like that. And sometimes it's like, even dealing with some people of mixed race, I do feel like I get it. I do get it. I do just understand as a person, you don't want to be different, especially as a kid. You want to be, no, you don't. You don't want to stand out from the crowd. And if you're, let's say you're a mixed race nigga, even as an African kid, niggas gonna be like, oh yeah, he's African. You know, to make a distinction, you mixed. Oh, he mixed. Oh, or he light skinned, or he, whatever word they're using to describe this. I just wish I could tell niggas like, bro, don't let the world confuse you and make you feel like you're never good enough, because I believe there is some force in this world, and maybe it's just us, that makes buff people feel like they're not buff enough, makes fat people feel like they're not, like they're too fat, makes skinny people feel like they're too skinny, makes women with perfect bodies go get BBLs, makes niggas whose voice is too deep feel like their voice don't sound good, make niggas with a high pitch. It seems like there's something, and maybe it's us, that makes it like, no matter what you have, this shit is not good. No matter what, if you dark skinned, you're not, you should have been light skinned. If you're light skinned, you're a pussy, so you should be dark. There always is gonna be some kind of narrative or force push against you. I just wish, like, for my mixed race people to understand, don't let these niggas keep using this system to push you one way or another, because you are what you are. You can't prove it. You can't, it is. You a nigga, boy. You gotta get used to it.
Sophie knows better as your baby mother. Cleaned her up for as your Beyonce. Sophie knows better as your baby mother.
Oh my, she know. That was a stage name?
Cleaned her up for IG, but the stench is on her. A baby's involved, it's deeper than rap. We talking character, let me keep with the facts. You are hiding a child, let that boy come home. Deadbeat motherfucker playing border patrol.
No, calling a nigga a deadbeat motherfucker. This nigga Push hates this nigga, boy. And this is the genius and what I love about battle rap. I am a nigga whose life is on the internet, right? And if I have children, I will let those niggas make that choice. Hey, you mean you might get that baby picture and shit like that, but you're not finna catch these niggas. We doing family reactions and shit like that. I'll let that nigga have that choice. And to choose whether you want to be on the internet, because there's some shit that comes with that you might not want, right? So I get it. I totally get, like, well, let's keep these two things separate, because I really love you and I really care about you. And if a nigga comes in these comments and says, okay, so you got a big nose, I might be able to swallow that. But if you say that about my daughter, I'm going to be looking for your IP address. You see what I'm saying? So it's just a different kind. I get that. But boy, the power of angling. The power of, but nigga, you over here playing Border Patrol? That's what battle rap is. And you should learn from that. And that's why sometimes you listen to people battle, and like inexperienced fans of battle rap leave hating one person or another. And it's like, you should know that they're sensationalizing on both points. That's what makes this so great. Just like when you hear a rapper, that nigga's probably not as tough as he says he is. Jay-Z probably didn't sell quite as many bricks as he says he does. And so, but there's still truth to it. He is still a drug dealer, but is he El Chapo? No, right? But, so you can still judge him if you don't like drug dealers, if you don't like deadbeat dads, that nigga is technically dead. But
Adonis is your son, and he deserves more than an Adidas press run. That's real.
And that's where you get a little nasty, but
love that baby, respect that girl, forget she's Adidas press run. That's real. Love that baby, respect that girl, forget she's a porn star, let her be your world. Yeah. How dare you put yay in my verses? I'm selfish, I want all of the curses. I'm pre-booking the churches. Me.
And I do say I've really felt like Drake did a very stupid decision, but I've noticed that Drake battles don't usually just be Drake versus a nigga. He's fighting a couple at a time, and he doesn't know how to focus in on one guy, because, yeah, I feel like, is it Drake Fire in the Booth or whatever he was? I'm loyal to T and I'm taking the oath. Versace, my razor, that one shit where he does the freestyle, the W freestyle, that's what it was. It would have been way better as just a Kanye diss. And then I don't think is that where he mentions Virginia Williams? Is that the song where he mentions Pusha's girl?
Verses, 3 hearses. If we all go to hell, it'll be worth it. Already aligned with the greats. And on that same note, the only ones I chase are 2 ghosts. Still giving you class.
Biggie and Pac, he's still chasing Biggie and Pac, and he's saying, if both of our careers end right now, I'm a legend and you're this.
6, that's the only thing that dates me. OVO 40, hunched over like he 80. Tick, tick, tick. How much time he got? That man is 666. I got the devil flow, nigga. 6.
That's fucked up. That is fucked up.
6. Surgical summer with it. Snip, snip, snip. And you don't really want it with him. Surgical Summer Volume 1.
Volume 1.
We gonna take this slow. We just gonna peel it back layer by layer. Yeah. Daytona. Album of the motherfucking year. And you talking about you upset. Well, I want to see what it's like when you get angry, okay? You show me that. Push.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. If I was Drake and a nigga dropped this on me, I would continue to diss Pusha T for the rest of my life, which I'm pretty sure Drake is. It's Kendrick and Push. Again, you hear a song like this and it adds context to why Drake was blocking that. Drake has blocked a Pusha T line verse on a Pop Smoke's album, and also now the Kendrick thing. You no longer have Lucian Grange in your back pocket. You no longer have that power. And so that's why that contract Lucian was offering to you might not have as many hundreds of millions as you felt like you deserved. Because, nigga, I'm over here doing all this fake snake-ass corporate shit on your behalf, and you can hide. If you don't have that power and things like this are allowed to come out, do you even generate the money that you're asking me for? That is the dirty music business right there for you, but I'm enjoying every moment of it because let's stop blocking it. Let's hear these Kendrick and Pusha verses, and let's see how we feel about niggas. Now here comes a music video by me right there. Bow. Drop in the comments if you watched this long. Oh no. Just drop a oh no if you watched it feels long. And drop what you think. Should Drake just take the Lucian contract to end this all? That's the only thing that can save him at this point. Lucian or God, let's be honest. Or good prayer. I'm out this